So, you know, I knew not everybody would be into it, but to me, I really liked it. Fortnite next. All I'm saying, Fortnite, I'll be honest, like, Fortnite is at a point where I'm just waiting for FF7. I feel like if it's anything else but Final Fantasy VII, it has to be FF7 shit, dude. Just put Cloud and Sephiroth in that bitch. The ship has sailed? Nah. If anything, like, that ship is pulling up to harbor next year at some point. There's many other characters that I think could really make it in there that would make me happy, potentially. But the one that really, really is gonna do it for me is absolutely Final Fantasy VII crossover. Please, man. Like, I want it so bad. I want it so bad. Rebirth. Rebirth got a Apex crossover, which wasn't huge, you know? What if it's Ken? I'll be real, dude. Ken might land into the same boat as Leon, where I was kind of down with Leon, but I really didn't like the way he looked. And I'm not super confident that Ken can pull off a really cool looking skin in Fortnite. I don't know, man. Strider in Fortnite? Right, but we know that's not gonna happen, you know? We know Strider ain't gonna happen in Fortnite. We know that shit's not happening. Terry, 100%. Yeah. Outside of Final Fantasy VII, if there's another character that gets me to go into Fortnite 100%, dude, Terry running around with an AK-47, 100%. I'm in. I'm in. If it's all Killer Instinct stuff, sure, but that's not happening. We know KI shit isn't happening. But Terry and his big-ass, buff-ass arms running around, not Rock. No, Rock would be nice. I'd be down with Rock Howard. I'd be down. Not Leon. Leon already happened, bro. And he looks lame. He doesn't have the jacket or anything. He looks lame. I want to jump in and enjoy Fortnite the same way I jumped in and enjoyed Marvel Rivals. Now I feel like I can go back to Marvel Rivals at any point, which feels good because all my friends like playing that game, you know? I feel like I can jump in and just have fun with them. But Wolverine's in Fortnite. Yeah, he is. I just need one character to get hooked. That's it, dude. I just need one character that really vibes with me in anything to play the shit out of it. That's it. I have to give a shit. Ripley is in Fortnite. She is! And I actually already own her. She is and I own her. I will be super happy to play Fortnite because I will have, in the future, potentially a Cloud or Sephiroth skin and like an Ellen Ripley skin. It'll be sick. The only problem is that Ellen Ripley came out a long time ago, way before we made the pact. We made a pact, chat. And this goes back like 4 to 5 years. We made a pact that how do you get Max to play Fortnite? My pact was, you need to, at the same point, have the game not have building, no more build mode. This was way before there was no build mode. No build mode, and then after no build mode, add a character I would really like. If you guys actually are working your ass off to somehow get me to play this game in some fashion, in some way, I don't even want a sponsorship. All you can do is, once again, include something that I love, and by in turn, alongside it, include the game mode that has no building. I'll give it a shot. How about that? Just clip it, whatever. Just, that's the thing that's eventually gonna get me to try it. So, the order of operations happened. Ripley came out first, like a year before no build mode happened. The problem is, ever since no build mode has been added to the game, which is clearly the next biggest incentive, there has not been a character inclusion since then that really gets me to want to go in and play it. And I'll be real, ever since that process has happened, like, Fortnite is fucking sick. Like, Fortnite used to be this lame-ass game for lames, like, straight up, for a very long time. And now it is, like, this is one of the sickest fucking games ever. Like, look at this shit, dude. Like, now this shit is mad. Like, the past 3 to 4 years have been a huge shift in Fortnite, right? A huge shift of, like, what that game is. And all their crazy events and concert and Daft Punk shit and all that stuff. It's like, dude, this is so fucking cool. Like, this is one of the craziest, coolest fucking games I've ever seen. For them to be able to actually pull this shit off in this way. So, to me, it's like, it is just pop culture, the video game, in some way. And I'm kind of excited to be a part of it in some way, when I am able to celebrate the thing that I really like with everybody else, you know? I want to be a part of that. I really do. I think that'll be awesome to jump in and be able to play Fortnite with a whole bunch of people, you know? With like a whole bunch of people that are playing Fortnite and playing Final Fantasy VII skins. Like, we're just in here because FF7 is fucking amazing. Like, all that kind of shit, you know? I am not that much of an old man to like have my opinion not be swayed about things. I'm really not. I want my mind to be changed about stuff. I want to think differently about something. And I 100% for many years thought Fortnite was super lame. Like, this game is not cool. It's just very popular, and it really appeals towards a very young demographic, you know? And that changed. That definitely changed, because it feels like they put in a ton of effort to make that different. Yeah, I felt like it was lame. I felt like it was, and then it got better. And then, like, sort of listening and adding all these extra modes and stuff like that. Dude, there is rumors. I saw some crazy-ass rumor that Fortnite is adding a mode that potentially has, like, tackling, that has, like, close range hand-to-hand combat, and I'm like, is this fucking Rumbleverse? Dude, what is this? So I don't know if Steve has heard of that, but there was like some rumors about that shit. Yo, what's up, Nico? Is it third person? No, it's like some people heard this thing, and it's not confirmed at all. It's not in the game, but like an actual mode that is close range, close quarters combat and doesn't have guns and involves like tackling of some kind. So it's like, that sounds very much like Rumbleverse. You know, Rumbleverse's main two abilities for you to hit somebody else was punching and grabbing. That's pretty much it. And you can like jump and shit, you know? It was one of the big long theories we've had for a very long time that like maybe Rumbleverse is just getting sunsetted because they can eventually put it into Fortnite. Maybe this doesn't make sense to have Epic Games do a multiple BRs when they, ever since then, have been adding like a ton of different modes to Fortnite, like Lego and racing and all of this shit, dude. Fortnite now isn't just one thing, it is a whole bunch of stuff, you know? Fortnite is lame still. If you look at something like the Daft Punk event and you think that that is lame, we will never agree on anything. Sorry. Sorry. Like some of their concert events and shit, sorry. You've completely lost me. If you can look at that shit and not find it to be cool, I think you are severely out of touch. To see some of the stuff that's in that game and be like, this is all stupid. Nah, sorry. It's actually hella fucking cool. Before it was not. Before it felt like it was, they were trying and not really reaching, and it wasn't really, there was attempts, but it was, Thanos just twerking and shit, you know? Now it's almost like the game has recognized its audacity and they sort of lean into it a bit more, and there's so much there that it's like effectively a Smash Brothers, but they can also take themselves kind of seriously and have some nice, really cool moments. Dude, I could not believe there was a launch of a season or some shit that happened in Fortnite. And it was like this huge event where everybody was like waiting for a season to launch. I don't even remember what the hell it is. People were like waiting for a season to launch. And it wasn't this one, it was like years ago. And the thing that happened that led up to this moment of people on the bus and eventually, I think it was chapter 2, it was fucking crazy, dude. It was like a full game reset. There was like a new map and all this dumb shit. I don't know what the hell it was. But like, dude, I watched people experiencing this live in front with everybody else for the very first time. Everyone dropped in at the very first moment. And I was like, this shit is crazy, man. Like, the buildup is insane. Like, imagine being there in that moment, dude. Like, that is so fucking cool. And then they did it again for like Daft Punk, where everyone's got to experience that. Dude, this takes so much effort. Like, they're not just like, Fortnite does something and I see the effort that they put into it. I see that they really goddamn try. So it isn't just like we're making $1 billion and, you know, we're like effectively Disney or Nintendo. We're just gonna put not much effort into something and try to charge you a shit ton of money for it. No, they're trying. Like, they are legit trying, you know? And then there's some fumbles. AI Darth Vader was fucking, that was real stupid. That was so stupid that it like, I almost like appreciate that someone could come to the conclusion to allow that to even happen, because it's so dumb. Like the most, it's literally one of the stupidest things I could possibly imagine you doing. And they did it. It almost became like to a point where I appreciate this because this will teach people lessons. Like, you know, like you did one of the dumbest possible things you can do, and Darth Vader's out here throwing slurs like he's Mecha Hitler on Grok or some shit. So that this will never happen again. Like, I almost have a deep appreciation of them being so dumb to make that happen that you have almost eliminated any chance of this ever happening again in the future, you know? This will never happen again. It is a PR nightmare, dude.
Hawk Tua.